David Cameron completed the triplet of party leaders' speeches in Manchester at the Conservative Party conference. I thought it was a competent performance. He's got a style of speaking now which is choppy. He speaks in short phrases and they form a list. It's fine, it works very well and often generates applause. He generated mostly muted applause during this speech. There was one standing ovation which he actually asked for the armed forces, which went on for over half a minute. Very, very good standing ovation, but he just asked people to stand up and applaud. So it wasn't really from his ringing rhetoric that he delivered it. And in the past he's delivered a kind of no-note speech. He's been more in the round, he's been walking around the stage. This time he was more statesmanlike. He stood behind a lectern and he was delivering a clearly political speech with lots of mentions, 26 mentions of Labour and references to Ed Miliband. So it was clearly a response to Ed Miliband's speech last week. Barely a mention of the Lib Dems, not a mention at all of UKIP, no mention of Nick Clegg either. So he was very much focusing his fire. And his key phrase was land of opportunity. He kept saying land of opportunity. He did a few odd phrases through the speech. He compared Michael Gove, the Education Secretary, to a cross between the Duracell Bunny and Mr. Chips. I'm still somewhat puzzled about that, but the people in the audience seem to understand it. So he got a decent reception. He finished with a nice triplet, a nice piece of anaphora, which concluded with obviously the phrase land of opportunity, which he wanted to bang home. So I thought he did pretty well. It wasn't his best speech by any means, but it was a perfectly competent speech. It delighted the people in the hall and the people at home. And one slightly unusual feature of the speech, he addressed a number of his points straight into the camera and talked about you, clearly not the people in the hall, but you at home. It's something political leaders rarely do. It doesn't always work, but I thought it worked quite well on this occasion, as long as he doesn't overdo it in future. So overall, a competent speech, not a brilliant speech. I'd give David Cameron 6 out of 10.